Hey gaming fans, so today's another Magic the Gathering Pauper deck. This is kind of a fun one that I put together. It's kind of got a concept here. It's a red-green deck, and it's pretty much all about pulling out little guys and boosting them up. Very similar to the Goblin deck that I did, but this one has one rule that I kept to when I was building it. I wanted it to be all cards that are 1 mana or less. So the whole deck is pretty much, it's one single mana cost, with the exception of one card that's 0. So anyways, let's start with the lands. I really need to get some good common lands, like dual lands like this. I don't have a whole lot. Most of my lands are, my dual lands anyways, are all like rares and uncommons and stuff. So I really have to, order some good stuff. So I only have one of the, this one that's a red-green Rugged Highlands. Comes into play tapped, and then whenever it enters the battlefield, you gain a life, whatever. So I got that one there. And then I thought I need some, because I either need red or green for certain cards, I'm going to, make sure I can get whatever I want. And so it's Terramorph Expanse. There's also Evolving Wilds, I think it's called. It's the same thing. Just searches your library for a basic land and puts it into play tapped. So the good thing about this deck is everything is 1 mana, so all you need is the 1 mana out at the beginning and you're good. And then for the rest we have 7, I think it's 7 mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 forests. And then I put in 4 lotus petals. So this is just quick mana, fast. It's 0 cost. Sacrifice it, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So this will help accelerate your plays. So turn 1 you can put down a lotus petal and a land, and then put 2 creatures onto the board really fast. So let's get to the creatures. So like I said, we're playing red and green in this, so we're going to start with 4 Curd Ape. This is kind of like a jungle build. They're all kind of jungle animals, I believe. So we got 4 Curd Ape. So while controller has a forest in play, Curd Ape gains +1/+2. So it becomes a 2/3 as long as you have a forest in play, which you should have, hopefully by turn 2. Depending on how you're playing this, if you get the Lotus Petal and a forest in your opening hand, play the Lotus Petal to summon your Curd Ape, and then put the forest down. And then we got 6 Scarred Puma. So this is a 1 mana cost, red, can't attack unless a green or a black creature also attacks. So you're going to have one of your green creatures out to get them to attack. But that's okay. We have lots of green creatures. So we have Matinda Lion, if that's how you say it. So if Matinda Lion attacks, defending player may pay blue to have it deal no combat damage this turn. So it's kind of a bummer if your opponent is playing a blue deck. These guys are going to be, depending on how your opponent plays, they won't be able to tap out because they won't be able to use the effect to stop his damage. But, it still could put a little pressure on your opponent, but it's fast. It's 1 mana, green, 2/1 creature. Then we have a card from Portal. I think this is the, first Portal set. Jungle Lion. So this is a 2/1, 1 green mana. His only downside is he can't intercept, which means block. But that's fine. You're not really blocking with these guys. Your main goal here is to get these things out onto the field fast and start attacking. And for the last of the creatures, we have 3 Rogue Elephants. So this one's just a 3/3 for 1 green, but you have to sacrifice a forest or else he gets destroyed when you play him. So just keep that in mind. That's why I put 3 in there. 4 might be a little excessive because you do kind of need your land. So the good thing is you don't need a whole lot of land in this deck. So all you need is a couple of lands out and everything you can play. So for the spells, going on to the spells out of the creatures here. So we got Lightning Bolt. So we're going to play 4 Lightning Bolt. This is a red deck after all, red and green. So why not play Bolt, and they're 1 mana to do 3 damage. Reckless Abandon, so I put 4 in there. These card slates, they're very slippery, so they're sliding all over the place. So Reckless Abandon is, it's kind of like Goblin Grenade. that I had in my Goblin deck. You sacrifice any creature, it deals 4 damage to target creature or player. So that's good. It can finish off your opponent, deal with bad, your opponent's creatures. You got 2 cards here to deal with opposing creatures. And your Matendalion, if your opponent is playing blue, I mean, that's right there one of your creatures that you can sacrifice for Reckless Abandon and not really care, because, he's not going to be very good against the blue deck. Then for some one-offs, I have Reckless Charge, which is target creature gets +3 and haste until the end of turn. And it's got flashback, so you get to use this card again later on if you have an extra 3 mana lying around. Just to give another creature haste, which is good. And I also put in Seething Anger, which is a target creature gets +3. So you can see most of this deck is about putting the little guys out and beefing them up really fast. So they get +3 till the end of turn. And then you can buy it back if you have 3 mana. So late game, I mean, this is good because you can play it and then buy it back and get it back to your hand. Then we are going with the standard or classic Giant Growth. This is just target creature gets +3 till the end of turn. Another way to surprise your opponent. I mean, on turn 2, if you get your Rogue Elephant out and then you could play Giant Growth, you got a 6/6 creature on turn 2. Not too bad. And then for the last card, for Rancor. This card is great. So pretty much gives all the creature +2 and trample. So then you don't have to worry about your opponent just blocking with weenies or 1/1 tokens or whatever. The Rancor is going to always help deal some damage. And then if it's ever thrown into the graveyard from play, return it to your hand. So if your opponent tries to destroy it, or if they destroy the monster, the creature that's attached to, you get it back to your hand. So that's pretty much the deck. It's just a fun, really fast deck. And you're probably wondering why I decided to go with all 1 mana cost cards. Just something for fun. I went through a phase where I tried to build decks of every color just as single mana cost cards. So I thought this would be fun to do it with a Pauper deck, because it's a little bit challenging to find some really good cards that are only 1 mana. But, it works. And this could be pretty fast and surprise your opponent. Anyways, let me know what you think. Throw some comments down below. I always like to hear what you have to say. If there are any thoughts or what I should put in or take out, leave it down in the comments below. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe. Yeah, leave the comments down below. Talk to you later.